Okay, so we're live. So hello YouTube, hello everyone. My name is Victoria. I've been a host here on Talk and Talk for over 3 years now. I currently live in Florianopolis and I have my own business. I work with insurance as a strategic director. I love what I do, and on my free time, I like to go out with my friends, make some barbecue, take my dog for a walk on the beach. And that's it for now. Solange, can you introduce yourself, please?
So I have to follow these answers that you put
No,
in the.
no. For
Not exactly.
first thing, we have to. You can say anything you want about yourself, so we can meet you. So, where do you
Okay.
live? If you want to say,
Okay.
what do you do?
Okay. So my name is Solange. I live in Oporto in Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
I have a son. I'm divorced. I am microbiologist, and recently I have been working as a back office administrative during the night shift at startup of digital health for 3 years now. So for the moment, I'm trying to changing professional position for another kind of health company because I realized that elderly niche is uh, having lots of necessities here in Portugal. So what can I do more? What can I say more? I like to travel. Last week I went to the south of France and I really love it. I really recommend it. I also like to read and dance forró. I realize that we have lots of Brazilian people here, so I have this connection with you. So, what can I say more? I have been studying English for the last year. I finished my B2 level, but I realized that I have to improve a little bit more my fluency, and I think it's everything for now.
That's amazing, Solange. Nice to meet you. Very nice
Thank
presentation, by
you.
the way.
Thank you.
Mateus, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. So guys, my name is Matheus. I'm 25. I live in Indaiatuba, São Paulo. I live here with my wife. So I work as operation analyst at insurance consult company from Portugal. So, but I'm working here in Indaiatuba. Um, so in my daily routine, I work with data analyst. So I use these tools every day for create some reports and other things about this area. So I'm currently shift my focus career toward data. So I'm improve these technical skills and improve my English too because that's why I am here in Talk and Talk to improve my English, to feel more comfortable, to speak with you guys, with another people. So it's been a great experience from me because yes, like I say, I feel more free, I feel more comfortable. So that's it. Outside of work and studies, I love it to play basketball and watching some sports on TV like basketball, Formula One, and other things. So that's it. Thanks.
Amazing, Mateus. Thank you. What about you, Marcelo?
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Marcelo. I live in Rio. I have my own business. I have actually three kinds of business, different business. Well, I am a lawyer also. I have other professions. I've been in a lot of universities. And well, I work a lot. I have two boys, two men, actually, 29 and 30. They are adults already. they have their own businesses also. Well, I am married. I am 65 years old, and in my free time, I like to read. I like to travel, as you said, in Solange, and hang out with friends, drink a bottle of wine. Yeah, actually, is it true? And that's it. That's it for now. Let's go to the questions.
Amazing, Marcelo. Thank you. What about you, Alexandre?
Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Alexandre, I'm 40 years old. I live in Florianópolis, Santa Catarina, Brazil. I'm a logistics coordinator. I'm married, I have a dog. My hobbies are training bodybuilder and training jiu-jitsu. I am black belt and jiu-jitsu. I'm I'm starting Talk in July. I started my study in English in July too. In my free time, I like spending time with my family, to go out with my wife, my friends, and evening, special and weekend, because in week I don't have time. That's it. Uh, this is a little bit about myself, guys. Thank you.
Amazing, Alexandre. Thank you. And last but not least, Brizola.
Okay, before Solange, I like forró too and Tecnobrega. I dance a lot, you know. About me, my name is Lucas Brizola, but you call me Brizola. I am 29 years old and from Sorocaba, in countryside of São Paulo, Brazil. I am single without kids, only the special company of my four-leg baby. In my free time, I enjoy watching movies and the series, listen to music, reading books, especially suspense and horror, which are my favorite genres. I am passionate about the cooking, especially creating new recipes. I love the creativity process of turning ingredients into experience. Professionally, I've been working in recruitment and selection. With a focus on technology. And in February of this year, I started studying English at TALKNTALK. I start from scratch, and every day I'm moving closer to my main goal, becoming fluent in the confident English. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Amazing, Brizola. Thank you a lot. So, guys, just to explain a little bit to Solange, it's her first time here. So, Solange, this is an immersion where we have 1 hour to talk. We usually bring 10 questions, so we have a guide for a conversation. And to remember, the questions, they are a guide. We don't have specifically to answer all of them. We can talk whatever we want to. And I'm not a teacher, I'm a host here on this immersion, and we're here all to learn together. And don't worry about making any mistakes because we're not natives and we don't correct each other. So if you say anything wrong or you hear anyone say anything wrong, don't worry. But if you have any doubt, you can ask and we're going to help each other, okay? So for the first part here, I'm going to split us in 2 rooms so we have more time to talk better. And in the main room here, it's gonna be me, Solange and Marcelo, and the other room, Alexandre, Mateus, and Brizola. So I just sent you the invite, guys. I see you in the end of the immersion. Have fun. Bye-bye. So let's begin with question number 1. Marcelo, within all your 3 businesses and your professional lawyer career, do you use AI in your daily basis or not?
Vicky, yes, I am really a heavy user of AI. Well, one of my, I don't know if it's a profession, but I don't know. I don't like to say professions and titles, but my first university was about technology, and I was 20 and something, and I am a technology guy since that moment. I am always related to something about technology, and AI is something that I use. Well, for a long time, I've been using AI in a heavy way. We use that in my law firm. It's so interesting. It's so nice. It's a tool. We have to learn how to use AI because it's not something that can replace your mind or replace you in any sense, but it helps you a lot. Uh, um, because it can takes a lot of time routines that you can um, turn them easy, and that's it. And as I am an actor also, I've been in the dubbing industry for more than 20 years, and I returned last 2023. Believe it or not, we have this kind of conversation. We are so aware, not me because I don't live um, with the result of this profession. I do that for my mood and my like a hobby today. But I've been in this industry. I've lived in this industry, and I can understand my friends, my colleagues that are so aware of what's going on about dubbing in the use of AI. So that's it. AI, you have to. That's another question, but we have to be aware when it is here to replace something. Uh, it cannot replace minds, but I do. I am a heavy user of AI.
And on your daily professional life, what do you use it the most? What kind of tasks do you use to do?
I use for make some uh, dashboards. I use I, for instance, I've been trying to create as you work with insurance. We have a company that administrates condominiums, and we have a lot of numbers here. And I've been using all my reports, and I created let me say the kind of a way to turn these reports into dashboards, and it's so nice. It's one of the use, and the other one is to help me write petitions and to help me summarize trials that we have a lot of pages, for instance, 500 pages. You can read everything. It can take a lot of time from you. It's a routine. It doesn't replace a person, and I do in other ways too. I've been using in design, and because I am so curious about a lot of things, but I don't have this kind of skill in design. I see that we can turn old photos in movies. I haven't seen that in my case. That's it. But I am a heavy user. You can believe me.
There's so many great uses of AI, right? We have to learn a lot. What about you, Solange? As a microbiologist, do you use on your professional work or in your personal life?
So, just to explain that my basis is microbiology, but in fact, for the last years, I have not been working in this field.
Okay.
So, of course, working for health sector, I sometimes I use this kind of technical skills. So replying to the answer, I agree with Marcelo. I also use AI to help me working, especially to treat data and also to prepare some reports. I think it's very intelligent and strategic. Use this tool to improve, to empower our work. I also didn't have the opportunity yet to try this image and design of image. Probably one of these days. It's not the field I enjoy most. I preferred writing, and I also enjoy discussing some points of view with AI regarding uh, regarding with the complaints, when I have to manage some complaints of our customers. I present a scenario and I ask for some questions and for some perspectives, and this kind of discussion with AI improve my work and the way I deal with my customers. So as Marcelo said, I realized that this AI could be an amazing tool to facilitate our daily work and to be more efficient with less effort. It's my opinion. But I'm not so heavy user like Marcelo. I don't know if it is my own problem or a cultural one. Here in Portugal, I realize that we are not so advanced with this kind of technology in some fields, especially in health. Um, in my case, I have to say that, for instance, with doctors or with, and especially with in medicine, we have already some advanced studies and results, but this kind of structure we don't have access. So in my case, in my company, we are starting working, but with more boundaries. The company doesn't have the boundaries selected, and they restrict us a little bit the access. That's why I don't have the opportunity to use more, because my company, for safety reasons regarding clinical data, they do not authorize some kind of performance or some kind of pictures.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point, Solange, because we forget that AI stores our data, the data that we put in. So we have to be very, very, very careful about
Yes.
the data that we put in the AI, in the internet, because it's our data. And data is sensitive, especially when you're in a company dealing with client data. It can be a
Yes.
leaking, and it's very, very dangerous, that kind of stuff. In my daily basis, AI helps me a lot. I'm a heavily user, just like Marcelo, because I do so many different things. And for example, last week I just found out about a new law that came up in the insurance area. And I'm not a lawyer. There are so many terms that they are very complicated to me and also for my team. So I just paste everything about the law in the AI, and they helped me to summarize in a way where I could understand better for somebody who is not in the law area. And it helped me to create a presentation to explain to all my co-workers what is going to change in the area, what are the things that we have to do differently, and it helps me a lot in that way. Also, for example, I got a new commercial proposal yesterday, and I had so short time to think about it, and it was very complex. So I explained the AI what happened in terms where I wasn't exposing data from my company or the other people. And it helped me to see all other sides that I wasn't able to think alone in so short time. For example, the positive sides of this commercial partnership, and the negative sides, the sides that I had to pay attention. And it made me think about three good commercial proposals about financial stuff. So it helps me a lot when I have short time, and also about when it's something that I'm not an specialist and I don't fully understand. So it definitely makes my life easier. But just like everything, I believe in the beginning, it takes more time because we have to learn how to use, or else it's gonna be the opposite work. It's gonna make us go on the wrong path. So we have to learn how to talk to AI to extract the best of it. So it's tricky, but once we learn, and I believe that it's very important for us to learn it, because just like Google was a revolution when it released, AI is a revolution, and everybody uses. Some people use it more and some people use it less, but most of the people who have access with internet and work on the internet uses AI. So, about that being said, Solange, what kind of task would you never give an AI?
Um, uh, I have to say that the human trait, the human opinion, I don't like to, it's a so personal opinion. I don't like to discuss the way I should deal with my son, or I should deal with my mother. I don't, it's like removing, I don't know how to say that in English, but um, it's like we complain about that we are lost in humanization. Do we say this word in English? So discussing these so personal issues with AI, in my opinion, it's contributing to reduce the human value. So uh, things like what should I say if he's sad, or if she has lost his dog, or she's mad with me. I prefer to myself to arrive to that conclusions, even if they are wrong. Even they are wrong, it's my process, it's my life process, it's my life's relationships, and I don't like to combine AI with my personal life. That's the point. However, I have to
That
say that I make personal questions, like I'm receiving some friends for dinner. What your Martha doesn't like meat, for instance. What you recommend? Well, things like that. Or I have a budget of 2,000 euros this month. How are your recommendations to save it, to save some of this money? But when we are dealing with feelings, when we are dealing with special relationships, I don't combine. That's my idea.
That's a great point, Solange, because for me, for example, it's pretty natural to use AI for work, and that's it. And something I use it for some personal stuff also, to give me directions about also budget, this kind of stuff. But I've heard that it's not uncommon that a few people use AI like a therapist, like some not somebody, but something they listen to make life decisions, and I believe that's a pretty dangerous way to go, because it's a machine, because it's a computer. It's not something that we should rely on to make life decisions. We have our human side, our human relationships, brain, and feelings, and that's something that we shouldn't mix it up, because that's the core of who we are. And human relationships, they are what make us human and make us different and important. And we should never forget that that is a tool made by humans. And if we need extra help to deal with these kind of issues in life, we should seek for our family, friends, or professional help, because AI is not the way. What about you, Marcelo? What task would you never give to AI?
I'm not sure, but what Solange said about medicine and so data that you could we have a lot of questions about leaking of data, leaking of information about people among their diagnostics and their health situation, because it can be used, for instance, if you were to hire a person, if you have this data information, you can select people that is supposed to have problems in the future. And even the government can can make something so cruel to let you apart from any kind of question. And AI is here to let me say, to turn things faster than today. But for instance, I wouldn't ask AI about a health situation, because sometimes AI go crazy, and it's like hallucination about. I see that. And I have a case here. When the judge, probably his trainee, I don't know, used AI to set a sentence, and he mentioned a trial that never existed. So it was so
Oh my God.
and the judge is from a court, had to apologize, because, well, come on, it doesn't exist. Even law, created thing. I think AI sometimes think that you are writing a novel or something else, and it go crazy with something so in a very strange hallucination, and we have to take care of that. And it's very difficult for you to believe. You have to check. You have to ask AI something. You have to check, because it's so difficult for you to send what AI have done, because it can harm your reputation. So it's very difficult for you to believe 100% in AI, in these results. And yeah, I am not a physician, so I wouldn't ask AI to make this kind of diagnostics to a patient. But I think when we deal with something serious, money and investments, and I think advice, I wouldn't ask AI. it's like being the oracle of something, not something that you can rely on. That's it for me. What about you, Vicky?
Well, I guess that we have to understand that AI will never have a final answer for you. If we keep talking, AI is gonna keep talking and changing their answers. Because if I say the sun is blue, the AI, oh yeah, you're sure the sun is blue. It was always blue. But if you say, oh, you're lying, it's not blue, it's yellow. I see it yellow from here on the earth. And the AI says, oh, I'm sorry for my mistake. You're right. The sun is yellow. So you have to be very careful and understand that AI is a tool and a mean to get you to an answer. But we can't consider the answer right. We have to check the information, just like everything we research on Google. For example, Wikipedia. A long time ago, people thought that Wikipedia was a correct science where everything that was written on Wikipedia was right. But then a lot of people found out that real people were writing things down on Wikipedia, and that changed a lot of stuff. So we have to understand that AI will never say to you, I don't know. It's going to give you any answer. It can be everything wrong, but it's going to give you an answer. No matter what, it's going to give you an answer if you ask anything. So you have to take its answer that the AI gave it to you and think about the answer and to have your critical sense about what's being said. Just like as you would have if anybody on the street that you don't know give you an answer about something. Check the facts. That's the most important thing. Don't trust 100%. Take this and see all the other options and think about it for yourself. You have a brain, you got a degree. I always like to joke that we got a degree without the AI. We got a degree without ChatGPT. So it's a lot of different from this new generation. And the more that we use AI, I get the lazier our brain gets because everything gets so much easier, even though it's not 100% reliable, this kind of information. So let's see another question, guys. Number 4, Solange. How do you check AI outputs for quality and bias? Just about what we're talking about. How do you see if AI has a quality answer or if it's telling you the truth or not? How do you check that?
This is a good question and difficult one.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I totally agree with you that we have to continue to exercise our critical thinking. Absolutely. So I have to say that I like to ask AI for issues that I don't know. What it can be difficult to have a critical sense if I don't know the matter. However, in these cases, and special when I don't have knowledge about about the matter itself, I try to check it with other AI tool, so different AI tools, or even getting access to Google information and try to compare it. So it's not the ideal situation, I have to say. The better one, in my opinion, is to ask a professional in the field or with more experience in that field. However, sometimes it's not possible. So it's the way I do it. If you have better suggestions, I would like to have access and I'd like to know. Thank you.
That's it, Solange. I believe that, yeah, sure, it's not ideal, but we have to deal between ideal and the realistic situation. And I do the same way as you do. First, I use one AI, then I use other ones to say to see a different answer. And also, I go to Google because I can't keep all day long researching for something. But in the time that I have to do this kind of task, I cross the information to see if they are alike or is something very different from the others. And if it is very different from others, which one is more biased and which one tends to be more of a lie or untrue. So I try to measure that, but just like you said, it's not ideal, but it's what we have. we
Yes.
have to deal with reality and the tools that we have in our hands, especially nowadays at work. Marcelo, for example, have so three companies and so many stuff to do. Everything's moving so fast and we
Yes.
don't have enough time to deal with that, because besides the professional work we have our personal life and so many other stuff to deal. So I believe that's the basic thing that we can do. And yeah, it is basic, but I believe it's very helpful. And we should do that as often as we can. Because with a little research, we can find so many stuff that the AI given us wrong. Or also, we say a lot of things about the wrong answers AI give to us, but it facilitates a lot our work. So many things that I found out on Google and it was very hard to understand. AI simplified a lot to me and saved me a lot of work because it understands who I am and what I work with. So it translates to the terms that I can understand and takes away everything that is so technical for me. So it facilitates a lot. What about your opinion, Marcelo? Number 4.
I am so skeptical about AI, the answers. I am not, I don't believe in the first moment in the answers. Of course, it's different. Well, sometimes you want to talk to AI to ask for something. And as you've said, they don't say, I don't know. I don't know. Look, look for another AI system. I don't know. No. She knows everything. She's the best. So, of course, it's so difficult. Well, I think we have humans behind AI. We have developers. We have owners of their companies, and we have a bias in everything. It's like normal media. Normal media, no newspaper. You cannot believe that a news company is neutral and that's okay, no problem. I say only what's important. I don't have any bias. I don't have any kind of preference. It's a lie because they need money. They need to work. Somebody's going to pay the bills. Somebody advertise in their company. So you have to the reunion, the meeting, the editors meeting is so is the place where you can define what's new or what we are going to show to the people and what you are not showing the people. Nowadays, it's so difficult because we have a lot of channels, a lot of social media, a lot of people. Everybody is a reporter. Everybody is a journalist now, and it's so difficult for these these mainstreams companies hide something that it's so. We are seeing this today in so many fields. But in AI, we can see the same. We can see the same because there is a bias. I've asked AI, ChatGPT, through talking to her, and I was talking about something about elections, about I've done this question. Does any developed country uses electronic vote without paper, without scrutiny? Yes, no, every country uses papers, but Canada uses electronic system. I know that Canada doesn't use electronic. So I've questioned again in another question, and she replied, "Oh, Canada doesn't use electronic system and uses paper." Well, come on. So it's a bias. It's something that you are trying to say. I forced it to the answer, and she was always in Portuguese escorregando from the real answer. So of course, it's something that you can be so critical about that, because AI will lie to you for sure. And it's not something that we are going to solve with technology. It's something that is made by human, not by machines.
Yeah, I guess that's the point, Marcelo. Everything that is AI give to us is made by humans behind. So everything, I believe, every technology, every news department, they have biases, and we have to be very aware of that, to have our critical thinking always alive in us, to understand that you had the real proof that AI lies a lot, and that's very interesting to say, at least, because if you ask again, it's going to be slippery and give you another answer. But if AI gave you another answer, why didn't give you the right answer in the first way, in the first time? Why? So we have to get attention with that and keep chatting, keep having the conversation about this stuff that we need to, because it's going to change their opinion, to change the answer. So it depends on
I
us
was
to,
pushing. I was so
yeah.
angry with AI, so I was pushing her, and I was asking about scrutiny. But we have two kinds of system. We have the vote. The vote is the personal right to choose a person. But every developed country or serious country, we have a scrutiny. Scrutiny is something that you can audit, and we cannot audit something that is inside a box. And I was pushing here about that. No, that's okay, no problem. We have a lot of person that checks it, and it's safe. And it turns into the question about the developed countries that uses or not electronic vote. And she was slippery in this kind.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
And then the real thing came. Every developed country uses paper. So that's it.
Yeah. I was mad at AI once a couple months ago. I got really, really angry because I asked AI to do a test for me, and it told me, okay, I will do it, but it's a difficult task and will take me a few hours. And I said, okay, a few hours, but do the test, because it will take me a lot of time, a lot of time. So I told the AI. And a few hours came by, and I asked in the morning, and on the afternoon, I asked about the work, and I said, "Oh, I'm doing." And I said, "Okay, just send me what you already done. It's not all done, it's in the middle of the work, but send me what you done." And it sent me archive, and it was corrupted. The file was corrupted, and I wasn't able to open the file. And I asked it to send me again like 5 times. And then when I finally gave up, I told, "Can you really do this task? Sending me a file that I cannot open on purpose?" And it told me, "I'm sorry, I can't do this task. I'm not able to perform this." And I thought, "Oh my God." When I asked you like 8 a.m. in the morning, you already knew that you weren't able to do that. And I was waiting here all day long, waiting the test to be done. And I was really mad. And I started typing a lot of stuff. Then I stopped and thought, "Oh my God, it's a computer, it's a machine. What am I doing?" And I was really embarrassed. But I got mad because I was made a fool by the AI, and it simply done that because the AI didn't want to tell me that it wasn't able to perform the task. And after that, it made me think a lot about the answers that it gave me, because it would answer anything just to give me an answer, no matter if it's real or not. Just like Marcelo said, it creates situations, even in the judgment, the law that it created about something, just to have a final conversation. So it's really, really something that we should think and worry about. We can't rely on AI people with our eye closed. We have to think a lot. So,
I
guys,
also let me say something fast. I also have the theory, some people are saying that here in Portugal, that um, AI has an algorithm that is match with our personality and our choices and our requests. And I will say she, like Marcelo, he will always try to give us what she thinks we want. This is very strange, and I don't want to receive everything according my opinion. I want to understand the new opinions and different ones, and realizing that it is an algorithm that is behind. Uh, it's tricky, and doesn't help me sometimes, like we were discussing here.
yeah, it's very tricky because most of the times it's gonna just tell us an answer that we want to hear, something that we're going to be happy about it, even though it's not true. So, welcome back, guys. Brizola, was the topic difficult? Was it too technical for you?
No, it wasn't as technical as I imagined. It has more of a tongue twister for me with some words, but but I loved it because it forced me to think of a new word. This conversation has very relaxed. I really enjoy it. When I went to answer question number 9, I don't know why. Eu tive uma crise de riso, eu não sei por quê. I don't know. Do nada, it has just a shame I didn't have the knowledge to discuss it more detail. And I ask curious, Vicky, how to pronounce the word bias, como que
Bias.
pronuncia? Bias. Oh,
Yeah.
good. That's it. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you. Alexandre, did you have fun with the guys? How was the conversation?
Yes, yes, a conversation very, very good, very good. Topic, I think a fantastic topic. In my opinion, these questions, small questions, né, easy, this learning, this answer, in my opinion, fantastic topic, fantastic immersion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexandre, for your kind words. As I say, guys, I always try to bring questions that they are open and wide for everybody to answer, even though you're not a specialist or you don't work with AI, but we're all here on the internet and we know that something's going on. Some people know a little bit more than others, but we all know that's impacting our daily lives. Solange, how was the first experience for you? Did you enjoy? Did you think it was difficult?
Yes, and I really enjoyed. Besides the opportunity to practice my English and also to listening English, I also had the opportunity to discuss an issue that is very important for the moment, and we are all in the same boat. We are adapting to this new reality in professional and personal life. So it was two in one. I really enjoy and thank you for your hosting and for this opportunity. Yes, I really like it.
Thank you, Solange. I was so happy to have you here. And I just sent the survey. Solange, it's an anonymous survey where you can rate the immersion from 0 to 10, and you can say, oh, I really want to talk about this other topic next week. So you can give suggestions about the things that you want to talk. And you can also give suggestions like, oh, this part here, it wasn't so good. I think it should get better and improve this way, or this part should keep going on because it's very nice. So anything you want to write, it's anonymous survey, and we really appreciate the
Okay.
comments. And I want to thank you guys for being here tonight, all of you. I had a great conversation with Marcelo and Solange, and I hope to see you again next week. You're always very welcome, guys, and have fun, have a good rest, and bye bye.
Bye bye.